Playing online on your phone is fun, but there's plenty of reasons you might want to know the best offline mobile games. Maybe your internet connection isn't stable, or maybe your commute takes you underground. Whatever your reason, you've come to the right place. Thankfully, many of the best mobile games don't require an internet connection. From puzzlers to story-driven epics, here are the 10 best offline Android and iOS games you can play right now. Starting off at number 10, we have Apple Knight. Embark on an odyssey and fight all kinds of enemies and evil creatures in this 2D action game, Apple Knight. This platformer has an awesome pixelized style, reminiscent of classics from the Super Nintendo or Mega Drive. Simply open the game, choose a character, and you can start swinging your sword in beautiful scenes as you search for the exit in each of the game's levels. Each scene in Apple Knight is scattered with gold coins and treasure chests, but getting to them will be no easy tasks because there are enemies lurking around every corner. Thankfully, there are also apples that you can collect and use as projectile weapons. Before we get going, let me introduce you to today's sponsor, dun dun dun, Raid Shadow Legends. Raid Shadow Legends is an RPG with turn-based combat mechanics where you can control a group of legendary heroes and use them to save the planet Teleria from destruction. The graphics are excellent, not the absolute best in terms of quality, but actually styled kind of like Dark Souls, which I appreciate more than Asian-style graphics, no offense. Overall, this is an outstanding free-to-play RPG with exhilarating gameplay. It's full of possibilities. You'll be hooked for hours at a time. And now, the daily login rewards program for new players has been doubled from 90 to 180 days. Each day, you can claim your free rewards from energy refill, silver, and gems to shards and a free barbarian legendary champion, Sile of the Drake. So, what are you waiting for? Go to the video description, click on the special links, and if you're a new player, you will get 100,000 silver plus 50 gems plus 1 energy refill and 1 free champion executioner. All this treasure will be waiting for you here, and only for the next 30 days. Good luck, and I'll see you there. Moving on to number 9, we have Overleague. Overleague is a highly dynamic racing project with shootouts in which you have to overcome various obstacles, sharp competition, and many other features that perfectly fall on the beautiful graphics, convenient management, and weekend physics. The arcade component will not allow you to be too distracted by the complexity of controlling the car, and it'll help you focus on accurate aiming of weapons and timely use of different classes. Acceleration, invulnerability, increased firepower, much more will give you the advantage to enter the lead of the race. The prizes and the opening of new content are worth to fight for it with all your strength. Breaking into number 8, we have The Witch's Isle. This is a graphic adventure set in a tiny town on an island that's located far away from the continent. One night, your protagonist is visited by the town's witch, who curses him if you don't find her urn, which has been stolen by 4 a.m. After that little encounter, your adventure begins. Your objective here is to walk all over the island, interact with the rest of the characters, and discover all the secrets you can uncover about the island, the urn, and the witch. Some folks will want to talk to you, but others won't. And the most unique feature about the Witch's Isle is that you can use some of the other villagers' behaviors to solve some of the puzzles. Next up at number 7, we have Ice Cream 3. This is a first-person horror game where you get to play Charlie, the fearless character from the previous 2 installments. Once again, it's up to you to take down the evil ice cream seller, Rod Sullivan. On this occasion, Rod has kidnapped Mike, and it's up to you to save him. One of the most entertaining aspects in Ice Cream 3 is its completely open development. Even though you'll always start out the game in Charlie's room, once you climb into the ice cream seller's truck, you can choose between several different destinations. Each location has its own puzzles and complications for you to figure out. Moving on to number 6, we have Dead Rain 2. Dead Rain 2 is a 2D action and platform game where you play as a survivor of the zombie apocalypse who has to fight off not only the undead, but also other survivors and nature itself, which has begun to act out against the human race. Your objective in each level of Dead Rain 2 is to collect all the stars and golden cubes you can find before you reach the end of the level. Between levels, you can use all the resources you've collected to improve your equipment and gain new skills. You can equip all kinds of hats, jackets, pants, machine guns, sniper rifles, hammers, and more. You can also improve any of these items. Moving on to number 5, we have Urban Legends. Urban Legends is a horror survival game developed individually by Ashim Shakya. It features a medieval era of Kathmandu Valley, where you're bound to encounter various urban legends through a glitch in the Matrix. You must survive, remain undetected, and trigger certain objectives to wake up and continue your present normal life simulation. Torch all the ashes located in key locations to discover a portal that takes you back to your comforting reality. It takes me 3 or more attempts to figure out what I'm doing, so it'll be easy to play if there's a short tutorial at first explaining the game. That would help. Next up at number 4, we have RBI Baseball 20. This is the next step in the development of the famous series of sports projects about baseball. Gamers are offered beautiful graphics, which from stage to stage is becoming better, and character animation is really smooth and realistic. Convenient controls for instant selection is needed in the moment of action. The camera showing the best angles, and much more, including changes in the lists consisting of real-life athletes. Fans of detailed and very exciting entertainment should definitely pay attention to this game. Game mode offerings from the latest in a long-running series won't blow anyone away on paper. Coming in at number 3, we have Eternity Legends. Eternity Legends is an action game that throws you in the middle of a battle between 2 futuristic gods. It's a fast-paced game with exciting elements, tons of entertainment, and amazing fights between countless enemies. One of the most interesting aspects of Eternity Legends is the ability to create your own team of heroes. Although you play as your main character, you can also call up to 3 extra characters for help during each battle. These characters will appear for a limited time, although you can call on them again after waiting a bit. Overall, this is a fun RPG full of action with unique graphics. Next up at number 2, we have Adalet Namluda 2. This is the continuation of the first and third person shooters, and the sequel received improved graphics, new weapons, ammunition, and camouflage, a set of missions, and everything else that will please all those who prefer dynamic firefights. At the same time, you'll be able to control not only the main character but also operate with their battle companions. A very useful property given the scale of the maps and number of opponents. Gamers will take part in a military operation to secure the borders of the state and demonstrate strength and determination in achieving the tasks set by the command. And finally at number 1, we have Sins of Miami Gangster. This is a GTA-style action game set in an open-world environment, and here you get to play a small-time criminal who has to make his way to the top of the crime organization in Miami. In order to do this, you'll have to steal, hit, and shoot your way to the top. The game begins with your character getting out of prison and going back to the streets to meet up with an old friend. Sound familiar? From there, you have to go on to accept all sorts of missions. These will require you to complete goals like driving a car to a specific location or beating up an enemy. Either way, that's it for the best offline games of March 2020. If you guys enjoyed it, do me a favor and please drop a huge thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe with a notification bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye!